Do you have any, even if you had 3 mini strategies or governing things that you just have in your financial life that you've just always done and it kind of drives itself and sorts itself out?
I actually wrote down 5.
Cool.
All the preparation that I do for this magnificent podcast. Call them mini, call them
Maxi.
major, whatever you want. In no particular order. It's not really a strategy, this one, but you've got to remain consistent. The things that you're doing on a daily basis is going to get you the long-term results. So it's a mini strategy. It's a mini thing applied daily that gives you a major result, I think, is remaining consistent in whatever you do, like not just financial, but anything. So stay consistent with your application towards finance. The second one was this is right down to the bones of work your specials. Yep. And so like whether it's, I don't know, Aldi or Coles or Woolies or online or Amazon, whatever it is, if you're after something, do your research around it, and there's times where you can get it at 50% off. Like I got a set of books from Harvard this week that are normally about $200 and I got it delivered for $120. Didn't really go looking for it, but I knew that that's what they were worth. So get some don't spend hours and hours on trying to save $3, but understanding your specials and knowing that they are needs and you're not buying something that's on special when you don't actually need it.
Yeah.
And you might just go in bulk if you can on a lot of things because that's where you can save, especially when the economy, like the cost of living has just gone through the roof. Annual autopsy on your finances, like that's a no-brainer for me, that to look in each year and say, where have we come from, where are we going? And that might just take an hour over an orange juice or a beer or whatever you like, just to do some fact checking. How much am I? What are my shares doing? What's my property worth? What interest rates am I paying? Like, how much super have I got? And you may look at this more often. And the real, I suppose, OCDs will be like looking at this sort of stuff every week. But yeah, worst case, we're annual. Am I going through? Keep going?
Yeah, go for it.
Fourth one, I am saying accounts out of sight. I think we have too much visibility on some stuff that makes us do silly things on a regular basis.
But that's no different than me not keeping ice cream in my freezer at home or Coca-Cola in the fridge.
Yeah.
I just don't go there.
Yeah.
At all.
Don't get it in the fridge in the first spot.
No,
yeah.
Just don't bring it home.
And when you see it on special, don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
How are you going with that?
Yeah, fine.
No problems. Yeah. And it's a habit. You break it, move on.
Yeah, you sneak back into it I've just resolved the type of, there's two, I've said this over and over again.
Yeah.
There are 2 types of dogs in this world. There's the dog that if you have a bowl of dog food, it will just see it and consume it. You just keep putting food, it will just, that's one type of dog. Unfortunately, I'm that type of dog. The second type of dog is you can leave the dry food out all day and it'll just eat when it's hungry.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah. And what about you as a person?
I go through waves of that.
No, but gun to your head, which one is more you?
I definitely a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, except when it comes to dairy milk chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm like the whole packet.
Yeah.
I don't leave a Tim Tam.
I mean, you'd be forgiven for doing that. It's a safe space and it's delicious.
It is very delicious.
So I'm that type of dog. So I have to be acutely aware that I can't have salt and vinegar chips in my house. I can't have ice cream. I can't have Coca-Cola. I can't buy chocolate.
That's very smart to be able to it's a really logical thing.
And because I've lost weight this year, I've gone back ice cream once a week.
So that's your treat.
Yep.
Yeah, and you look forward to it.
My soy caramel latte from Macca's.
Yeah.
Once a week.
Really? You like that?
A little treat every now and again. Never hurt anyone, did it?
Speaking of chocolate, a guy who coaches at our footy club, I reached out to him knowing full well that he was a manager for Cadbury. I said, look, how are we going? Any chance help the little kiddies with a little prize at the end of the
and the little kitty being old Pidgeon?
No. Any case, he said, mate, we'd love to. The price of cocoa has gone from $1,500 per tonne to $11,000 per tonne, so we're cutting costs left, right and centre. So if your chocolate's gone up, that's why.
Okay, so Cadbury then, they may have taken the business decision that we're not going to increase the prices huge. We're just going to absorb some of it and cut costs, aka give Pidge's football team
a bit of both, because a block's gone from like $5 to $8 pretty quick.
Right.
And the fifth one was use tech automation. So there's a lot of things that we can be doing now that I see that people aren't doing that can be just automated, and you don't have to. There's just efficiencies that are actually going to benefit you, and some of that might be to create this out of sight, out of mind situation. But on the really basic level, it's just automatic transfers and things like that just free up your time, which ultimately gives you should give you a better financial outcome.
Yeah. So I reckon kind of some overarching big things and little that I've implemented into my financial life that have worked for me. Like, I'll start with, I've just made the rule as a micro strategy in my financial life, any home or investment property, I'm going to do principal and interest.
Yes.
Just to slow me down, forced savings, not getting ahead of myself.
Always have, haven't you?
Yeah, I've just done that, which is weird because conventional financial wisdom would say, you're an idiot. Why are you doing that?
That's right.
And I'm like, shut up. I do what I want for these reasons. And
it'd be a good exercise to see if you didn't do that,
I'd spend it.
how much would have bled.
Yeah, I would have spent it. So for me, it is that forced savings.
Yeah.
I've got this overarching thing. You touched on it, like automated savings, investing, spending. Just one strategy in my life. I've got an account. There's a weekly amount that comes over to it. That's for food, fuel, going out, and that's it.
Yeah, and even like with your bank apps now that calculate how much you've spent in certain categories, like that's pretty cool. That wasn't there in 1999.
Yeah, but in the two dog school of thought, I'm of the view I don't care what I've spent.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, yeah, sure, it's cute to know that I spent $100 at that cafe this week, but at the end of the day, my budget and spending plan is more forward thinking.
Yes.
So it's like allocate $100 a week to that. Don't have to use my brain. It's all good.
But
and some people like to know how much they spent in post.
Yes.
Some people like me just want to know how much can I spend.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good. The feature of how much have I got left within that week before it ticks over again is pretty cool.
Yeah, it could be different within banks. I don't know who you bank with.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw it the other day. It's like, I think it's something set up with food or whatever.
So that's big for me. And the whole salary sacrifice to super. If you're not up to your cap and you do, like, it's just easy. Every client that I had when I was a financial advisor, they would come in, working class family, they own their home. They're like, we want to retire now. Almost $1 million in super. They didn't do anything sexy or special. Over time, salary sacrificed and built super.
Maxed it out.
And there's no issues there. Another big thing is you really get results what you put your focus and attention to. Simple as that. So if there's an area of your financial life where you want to focus, you've got to put the effort in. You've got to give it time as well. And then even in our business here, what we kind of do, if we're going to try something, we'll try it for at least 3 to 6 months and then have a look. And then what you're looking for throughout that are trends. So we're trying this new system. No signs of life yet. All right, we'll just give it time. Okay, 4 months goes on. Oh, this isn't really working. 6 months, didn't work. Can it? Or, we're doing this. Yeah, we're seeing these results. And that's the thing. Set up your spending plan and your bank system over a few months. Oh, my money in my bills account is building up. So that's a trend. So I look for trends over a testing period. But we're paying attention to stuff and we get results with what we put effort into. One of the big things for me and it's a broad strategy, almost a mindset, is you can't outsave your wealth creation. And what I mean by that is I can get dishwashing tablets on sale. I can get the cheapest phone bill. At some point it will cap out.
Yeah.
And if I want to have a strong financial future, I need to look at the income side of the coin. So that's kind of for me. It's like, yes, pay attention and be a good steward of what you've got and how you spend. And, I don't buy dishwasher tablets when they're not on sale, which AKA means that half price is the real price because they're always kind of on sale.
Yeah.
But you will cap out with expense cutting. And
yes.
So you can't outsave your wealth creation in terms of expense cutting. I'm a big believer of, big rocks in my financial life. So what are we doing with the big rocks? Your career, your house, your car, your partner and family. Like, what are those big rocks? I've said it for ages. One of the big rocks for me, because I am that type of dog, if I pull that thread and get into car loan vibe, there'll be a $200,000 freaking Merc or BMW sitting out the front.
Yeah.
Sure, I can afford it, but I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll just pay cash for a car and get on with my life. And the same kind of in that big rock with that P&I is a thing in my life. Yep. So that's kind of what I was really thinking about when I was like, what are some just broad micro things that I look at or consider in my financial life? And you heard it here first, everyone. We'll be back right after this.
If you're after personal financial advice, don't get it from a podcast. If you would like help based on your own personal situation, head over to moneypodcast.com.au, click Get Help, and we'd be happy to introduce you to one of our trusted professionals. Our panel of vetted financial advisors and mortgage brokers work with people all over Australia so they can connect with you wherever you are. That's moneypodcast.com.au and click Get Help.